This is Guru Focus Market Today, your afternoon market brief for Friday, July 17th. Here's where things stand. Apple briefly overtook NVIDIA to reclaim its position as the world's most valuable company, reaching a market capitalization of $4.88 trillion. The move came as volatility in the artificial intelligence sector weighed on chip stocks, contributing to a broader decline in technology shares. Turning now to the broader markets, the S&P 500 fell 1% for the week, with chipmakers and Netflix leading losses as investors reacted to disappointing earnings and sector volatility. Semiconductor stocks initially sold off sharply, but later trimmed losses as investors bought the dip, helping stabilize the sector by session's end.
Also making news today, Netflix shares dropped to a 52-week low after the company issued a weaker-than-expected earnings forecast and announced it would reduce the frequency of engagement updates. The disappointing outlook contributed to the broader technology sector's underperformance during the session. Meanwhile, Boeing has regained authority from the Federal Aviation Administration to resume issuing airworthiness certificates for its 737 MAX and 787 jets. This marks a significant step for the company following years of heightened regulatory scrutiny and comes as Boeing works to restore confidence in its manufacturing and safety processes.
Now, let's turn to the private markets, where SpaceX shares fell to a new post-IPO low, losing nearly $1 trillion in value over the past month. The decline accelerated after an engine failure forced the company to abort its latest Starship rocket test flight, adding to a series of launch delays and test flight scrubs. On the regulatory front, Apple is in discussions with the U.S. Department of Justice to resolve a 2024 antitrust lawsuit. The company also won a discovery dispute over federal agency documents as it continues to navigate ongoing legal challenges.
This next story is about Chinese automakers who are rapidly expanding in the United Kingdom. Despite ongoing trade tensions, these manufacturers are seeing growing acceptance among British consumers, increasing their presence in the UK market. Elsewhere, the Food and Drug Administration has approved Merck's Lipfendra, the first oral PCSK9 inhibitor for lowering LDL cholesterol. The daily pill offers an alternative to injectable treatments for patients managing cholesterol levels. Staying with regulatory news, the FDA's stance on certain peptides remains unclear, creating uncertainty for supplement manufacturers and healthcare providers, as the agency has yet to clarify its regulatory approach.
In corporate developments, Trump Media and Technology Group will begin selling a fast feed of market-moving social media posts to Wall Street clients. The move is aimed at monetizing real-time access to its platform for institutional investors. Turning to the energy and industrial sectors, defense startup Saronic announced plans for a $3 billion shipyard in Texas designed to build 850-foot drone vessels. The project follows a major contract win over California Forever. On the banking front, Citizens Bank will end its financial relationships with private prison contractors CoreCivic and Geo Group. The decision comes after public pressure and protests over the bank's involvement in immigration detention financing.
In the consumer sector, Coca-Cola's Fairlife brand has halted U.S. milk production following a ransomware attack that breached its systems. The company reports that product quality and safety were not affected, but operations remain paused. Finally, as North American wildfires worsen air quality, consumer demand for air purifiers and related products is surging, with experts offering guidance on effective solutions for homes and businesses. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.